CBSE Class 10 Math video solution to sample question paper given by the CBSE board for the board examination of 2021. This question paper is a standard version of the Class 10 Math paper. We are doing solutions to 4 questions 1 to 4. Actually, we have video solutions to 5 questions because the first question has an internal choice A and B. All 5 questions were straightforward, easy questions, things that you would see as the first few questions in the solved examples of these chapters, respective chapters from which they appeared. Start with the first question. This question is from the chapter Real Numbers, concept tested, LCM, HCF and properties of LCM and HCF. If xy equals 180 and the HCF of xy equals 3, find the LCM of xy. Very straightforward. We have learned this property. The product of two numbers x and y, which is xy, will be equal to the product of the LCM of xy and the HCF of xy. We know that the product of these two numbers xy, that is equal to 180. LCM of these two numbers is what we are trying to find out. The HCF of these two numbers is given to be equal to 3. So 180 is equal to LCM times 3, which means LCM is equal to 180 upon 3, which is equal to 60, right? So probably should take you half a minute, 45 seconds to get to the answer. Let's move on to the second part. This question is also from the chapter Real Numbers. Usually the internal choice questions, both of them appear from the same topic. The decimal representation of 14587 divided by 2 raised to the power of 1 times 5 raised to the power of 4 will terminate after how many decimal places is what we need to find out. Essentially rewrite this fraction in such a way that the numerator is an integer with no trailing zeros. 14587 is okay, 14587 is not okay. That's what is an integer which is a trailing 0, and such that the denominator should be a power of 10. Once you have rewritten, expressed this fraction in such a form, the number of decimal places after which this decimal expansion will terminate will be the same as the power of 10 that you see in the fraction. Quickly run through it, what I mentioned here. Rewrite the fraction such that the numerator is an integer without trailing zeros, and the denominator is the power of 10. The fraction that we have is 14587 divided by 2 raised to the power of 1 times 5 raised to the power of 4. 1, 2 and 1, 5 will have a 10 in the denominator, but we'll have 5 cube after that. So to make it as a power of 10, if I multiply this with a 2 cube, if I multiply the denominator with a 2 cube, what we'll end up getting is 2 raised to the power of 4 times 5 raised to the power of 4, which is nothing but 10 raised to the power of 4. This times you multiply the numerator also with a 2 cube. So this will end up giving us an answer which is 14587 times 8. Don't even bother finding out what this value is. It's of no consequence at all, right? This definitely is going to end in a 6, which is not a trailing 0. You don't have to worry about it. That leaves us with the denominator, which is 2 raised to the power of 4 times 5 raised to the power of 4, which is equal to 10 raised to the power of 4. So the power of 10 in the denominator is a 4. Therefore, the decimal expansion of this fraction will terminate after 4 decimal places, right? So that's essentially the idea behind this question. Move on to the second question. The sum of the zeros, this is from quadratic equation, sum of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial 3x square minus kx plus 6 is 3, then find the value of k. If you have a quadratic polynomial in its generalized form ax square plus bx plus c, then sum of its zeros, sum of zeros of such a polynomial is equal to minus b by a. The polynomial given to us is 3x square minus kx plus 6. So a is equal to 3, b is equal to minus k, which is what is relevant to us. C is equal to 6, of no consequence. So sum of the zeros is equal to a 3 is what they are saying. So 3 is equal to minus of minus k divided by 3, right? Minus b is a minus k divided by 3. Cross multiply, you will get the value 9 is equal to k. What is the value of k? If the sum is to be a 3, the value of k is equal to a 9. Move to the third question. This is from a pair of linear equations in 2 variables. For what value of k will the pair of linear equations 3x plus y equals 3 and 6x plus ky equals 8 not have a solution? Again, let's look at the generalized scenario. If you have 2 linear equations, a pair of linear equations in the form a1x plus b1y is equal to c1 and a2x plus b2y is equal to a c2, This pair will have no solution if A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 but is not equal to C1 by C2. I just fill in the gaps from the equations given to us. A1 is equal to 3, A1 is equal to 3 divided by A2 which is equal to 6, 3 by 6 is equal to B1 is a 1 divided by B2 is a K. This should not be equal to C1 by C2 which is a 3 upon 8. Obviously this part 3 upon 6 we can write it as 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is A1 by A2 which is not equal to C1 by C2. So that part is clear. We are talking about a scenario where we are not going to have any solution because A1 by A2 is not equal to C1 by C2. Now what value of K will make this to be equal to A1 by A2 to be equal to B1 by B2? 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by K. So it's quite evident that the value of K is equal to 2. When K is equal to 2, we'll have no solution to this pair of linear equations. Move on to question number 4. Question number 4 is again a pair of linear equations in two variables. We're going to frame two equations to represent a scenario mentioned here. If 3 chairs and 1 table cost 1500 rupees and 6 chairs and 1 table cost 2400 rupees, form linear equations to represent the situation. But assign two variables. Let the cost of 1 chair be equal to x rupees and the cost of 1 table be y rupees. Scenario 1, we have the cost of 3 chairs plus 1 table. This is equal to 1500. So cost of 1 chair is equal to x, so 3x. Cost of 1 table is equal to y. 3x plus y is equal to 1500 is the first scenario. Second scenario, we have 6 chairs with us and we have 1 table. This is costing 2400. So cost of 1 chair is x, so 6x, and cost of 1 table is equal to y. 6x plus y is equal to 2400. So both scenarios have been expressed in the form of linear equations in two variables. None of these questions were difficult and none of these were time consuming. Just exercise caution so that you don't make any calculation mistakes in the process. Before you leave, I want you to do two things. One, sign up at online.maxtute.com to get started with CBSE Class 10 Math online tuitions. It takes all of 5 minutes and less than 3 steps to get started. And second thing, I want you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. Spread the word about this channel to your friends and classmates.